the way to show respect in a virtual platform is to stop doing something else. You stay completely focused here and sit here with your cameras on. Okay, because when the easiest way to earn respect is by giving respect, and respect is something every individual will demand, and there is no wonder. I am telling you that is the humblest way that we show respect to our mentor. Okay, are we on the same page here? So I want more and more people to come on cameras. Stop doing anything else, guys. This is the time to learn. And also sit here not to judge. You need to be here to learn whatever professions you are in. Maybe you are 40-year-old, you are 50-year-old, you are 20-year-old, you are 60-year-old. Doesn't matter. What you need to have here is a mentality of a student. And also I wanted you to sit here with an empty cup. Okay, when you call empty cup, what does it mean? You should be having some space to pour knowledge. If you don't have space to receive knowledge, then it will be all flow. Okay, so you don't get it. So I want you to empty your mind, empty your cup, and listen to this man. Are we together? Okay, so yes. Why I take this one as an opportunity? Because he is somebody who taught me how to do this business. He is somebody who guided me. Who is somebody who basically changed everything around me. I was a very shy person. I used to be afraid of speaking to people. So by meeting him, by interacting with him, by sitting as a student in front of him, I learned so many things. And I could apply whatever I learned, but I couldn't apply everything I learned that I learned from him, because I was also sometime becoming a full cup. So every time emptying the cup is a non-stop process. You cannot empty your cup once. So keep on emptying your cup, makes it better. So this is an opportunity for me also to listen to this man. I am also not doing anything now. And guys, when we welcome this person, okay, I want your response. Okay, when you encourage your mentor to deliver, okay, by your response, you get the best out of your mentor. Are you clear? So he is an associate V partner. You know how important a V ambassador is, and he is an associate V partner. Okay, so getting a training from an associate V partner is not easy, and this is one of the favorite topic I always wanted. Counseling with an upline. Okay, so counseling with an upline initially was like based on the placement, based on the every step I do. And even today, the counseling with the upline still continues with the placements. So I don't make placements without checking with AVP. Seriously, I'm 9-year-old. I know where to make placement. But strategically, when somebody doing this business for 18 years, my 9 years is actually nothing in front of this man. True or not? So from placement, from making a phone call, how to deal this downline did not follow my instructions. So I check with my upline what to do. So this particular topic that we are going to listen is from the master himself. Okay, and this is one of the best, one of the favorite, because after knowing the left, right, you forget what to do, how to do. Okay, so be excited. And before I invite my mentor, I simply tell you to turn on your cameras. Okay, sit with a student mentality, empty your cup, and without further delay, let us welcome our mentor, our grand upline, associate V partner, Nasib.
Yes, good morning. Good morning to everyone.
Good morning,
Good
Ika.
morning.
Morning, AVP.
Yes, good to see all of you one more time. As usual, thank you for your introduction, Arun. I am very blessed to have all my elite leaders and founders with me. People around you, loyal people around you, is a very rare thing. And I want to acknowledge that I am blessed with a lot of loyal people in my life. And I'm always grateful for that, because all these people who I am with right now, they were strangers to me one day. I never knew them. I met them in my journey in this amazing platform. And today they form a very integral part of my life. And I am always thankful. Yes. So moving on, I was watching the introduction video. Usually I don't, I enter a room after my introduction video has been played, but here I was waiting. So I watched the video. And I noticed somebody commenting yesterday, because I did a closing at the business opportunity meeting yesterday in Abuja. And few people who attended the presentation complained or raised a doubt whether this is the same guy who's been shown in the video. I see it as a compliment, because they feel that I look younger now. That's a good compliment to have. So they feel that I am an impersonator. I look like this guy, because I don't have the same pot belly as per Safia. I don't have the same pot belly as the guy before. So now that's a good challenge to have, right? So I dedicate my youthfulness to Edge 3+. I recommend everyone who wants to look younger as days pass by to take Edge. Okay. So moving on, let us get into the training today. So today we are going to start with a very important basic building block. But usually, most of the people ignore this particular building block. They think this particular building block is not important. I would say the most underrated building block out of the 8 basic building blocks, if you ask me, is counseling with your upline, counseling with your mentor. This is one of the most underrated, underused building block, but yet I would place it really, really high. I would really place it high, because there usually is a question raised at me. Okay, Nasib, I am not a very smart person. I am not someone who is really good at business. I'm not someone who is good at talking to people. I'm not someone who can sell a product. I'm not someone who has this skill or that talent. Can I still be successful in this business? So, okay, my answer is, of course, yes, if you follow this building block blindly. If you 100% follow this building block blindly. But I rarely see people able to do it 100%. And this amazing building block, which can make you successful, no matter, what you think of yourself, no matter how less skilled you think you are, this building block is good enough to make you max out. And that building block is called counseling with your upline or counseling with your mentor. Do you understand that? Counseling. Okay, now let me tell you what is counseling. Now, most of the people think our business is very straightforward. I understand the plan. After listening to the plan, they think I already know what to do. I have seen a lot of people respond like this. I already know what to do. So they will go start doing things. And within no time, they realize it was not as easy as what they thought it was. Do you understand that? Because they do mistakes. They do mistakes. People are so egoistic that they don't want to check with anyone else. They think, oh, no, I understand. I know what to do. I can do it like this. And they start talking to people. So people, everybody, every person who is alive has an opinion. So what will that person do? He will put his opinion onto him. And most of the times the opinions wouldn't be in favor of what you want to achieve. And that will negatively influence you. Okay. And this person, some of these people would still be like, okay, that's okay. Let me move on to the next guy. And so without counseling with their upline, they will move on to the next person. And after 3 or 4 attempts, their ego will not let them to go back to their upline, because the upline was always telling you, it is always better you consult with me. You always check with me. You always maintain communication with me. But they feel I am better than my upline. So the basic, simplest thing I would like you to know, you have to maintain communication with your upline and always counsel with them, because they have already done the mistakes you are going to do. When you know somebody has done the mistakes which you are going to do, why do it? Okay, without consulting with them. Did you understand? That is why we have to follow what Albert Einstein said. What did Albert Einstein do? What did he say? He said, ordinary people learn from their own experience, but smart people learn from others' experience, because you will not live long enough to make all of them by yourself. Do you understand that? Okay, let me repeat it for you one more time. Ordinary people learn from their own experience, but smart people learn from others' experience, because you will not live long enough to make all of them by yourself. Does it make sense to you? So now what makes sense to you need not be the right thing to do. I'm generally telling you. What makes sense to you need not be the right thing to you. Because your logic, you understand logic? Your rational thinking. Your rational thinking is a result of your previous experience. Do you understand what I'm saying right now? Your rational thinking or your logic is a result of your previous experience. Okay, now are you able to understand what I said right now? Think about it one more time. I'll give you time to think. Your logic or your rational thinking is a result of your previous experience. All of you understood that?
Yes, AVP.
Okay.
Yes.
So now, have you made $15,000 on a weekly basis? Have you made $15,000 on a weekly basis? If the answer is no, then that means that is not part of your previous experience. Do you understand? So logically, meaning rationally, your mind will not accept it. If you rationally think about making $15,000 a week, your mind will not accept it. Your mind will always find a way to believe what you believe before you signed up. Because your mind always wants to go back to your previous belief system. That is what your comfort zone is all about. So it will always try to go back to your previous belief system, because the other belief system needs you to put effort. It is outside your comfort zone. So now you have to check this. Think about it. Today, I am here to train you after making $15,000. I mean, I started hitting $15,000 in 2014, right? And from there, I started building on top of it. So I started with another tracking center after that and kept on building from there. So now I am training you after experiencing what you want to achieve. but yet your rational mind will not allow you to listen to me. Do you understand that? Do you understand? Your rational mind will tell you, no, 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 he can say that. It will not work for everyone. You see, because your rational mind will find you a way or reason on why this cannot work. So this attitude is the first thing I want you to remove. Only then you will be humble enough to talk to your mentor and understand, what am I doing wrong? Because I have seen many people who do this business for 1 year or 2 years or 3 years who become full cups to the extent they stop communicating with their upline. They stop communication, zero communication, because they actually want to remain in their comfort zone. They don't want to communicate with their upline, because communicating with their upline is challenging their previous logic, their rational thinking they are having. So communicating with their upline is a challenge. So they think, oh, it is better I don't communicate. But let me be very clear one more time. When we are into this particular business or any business where a team is involved, every business has a team involved. So when you are doing a business where a team is involved, let us start with the basic definition of a team. What is the basic definition of a team? A team is a group of people with a common goal. Do you hear that? I have repeated this multiple times before. A group of people with a common goal. And out of this group of people, who is the most experienced person? The most experienced person is the person who have signed up before you. He is more experienced than you. And now there are different kinds of uplines. Whoever signed up before you, what do you call them? You call them uplines. So there are different kinds of uplines. An upline is somebody who referred you. Somebody who referred you is your upline. Okay, now that is your upline. That is a basic upline you have. But then there are a lot of other uplines also. What is that? Then you have a working upline. Who is the working upline? The working upline is the upline with whom you are working. That is a working upline. Then you have an iconic upline. Who is an iconic upline? An iconic upline is your upline whom you are not able to reach. You are not able to communicate directly because of that person's position. You are not able to reach that iconic upline. That's an iconic upline. Then you have a grand upline. Grand upline and iconic upline are kind of similar, but the ultimate grand upline we all have is the alpha system you have. And on top of alpha system, we have the we. Did you understand that? We have the we. The we. So now above the we have only Dato Sri Vijay Ishwan, who is our founder, and Japadas Bismarck. They are the numero Okay, now when you are mentored directly by our founder, Dato Sri Dr. Vijay Ishwaran, that means you are already there. You have already arrived. Do you understand that? Then that means you are an AVP or a V partner. Okay, so our ultimate goal is to be mentored by them. Anyway, you have a lot of uplines, but do you know in the journey of you starting from having nobody under you to making $15,000 a week or $25,000, depending on the rank you are in, that journey, the most important person you will have is your working upline. Is your what? Working upline. Okay. So working upline is someone who starts with you. Probably you have a working upline who is not as successful, but still having more experience than you. Now, probably he's a new guy, but that person has a common goal with you. A common goal is very important. That person is also building and he sees growth. He sees growth and he sees max out through you also becoming successful. Do you understand that? Maybe your upline is planning to make you a sapphire star in order for that person to become a platinum. So what is the common goal you both have? That person really wants you to make money, right? So your upline, your working upline is someone who has a very clear common goal with you. He or she also wants to see you make money. Our business compensation plan is designed in such a manner that he or she will not be able to make money until and unless you are also successful. So if somebody picks you, somebody with a clear dream, a clear plan, a clear goal, picks you and tells you, hey, I want to become platinum and I want you to become my sapphire, then that is a great common goal to have. Now, let us say somebody wants to become sapphire and he tells you, okay, I want to become sapphire. I want you to be the person who is having 5 gold stars under you. That's a clear common goal. So when you have an upline like that, who clearly shares a common goal with you, that upline is what I call a working upline. Do you understand that? So if you have a working upline, you are blessed. Who is sharing that person's dream with you, then you are blessed. Now, if you don't have a working upline, you keep checking on someone above you. Not everybody will have a working upline. Now, don't have a confusion that the person who referred me should be my working upline. No, it is not compulsory. Some people who referred you might quit the business immediately after starting with the business. Do you know that? Yes, it happens a lot. Some people who start with a business and they immediately have no goals and they quit. Now that person need not be your working upline. So you go to the next level and find out who is the next person I can communicate with. So that is your working upline. So if you're blessed, you will be able to find somebody on the top. The higher, the bigger the success your working upline is having, oh my God, I would call you more blessed. I'll call you more blessed. But that's okay. All your uplines need not have a great level of success, because when I started, my upline was not maxing out. When I started, my upline was not making a big check, but I grew along with him. I am still a student to him. I am still someone who calls him and consults with him. Do you know something? After becoming an associate V partner, when I still have to decide, okay, I want to build a new market, I immediately call and talk to my upline. I counsel with my upline. I check with that person. Hey, should I be starting with this market? Do you think it is the right time? Should I travel to this market? What do you think I should be doing right now? Where do you think I should be positioned right now? So right now I'm in Abuja because my upline approved me that I should be in Abuja. That is why I'm in Abuja. I'm not in Abuja by my choice. No. Now, if before I buy a property, listen carefully, okay, to the extent where I listen to my mentor, my upline. Before I buy a property, I check with my upline. Shall I go ahead and buy the property? Both of the properties I have purchased in India, it was not even initiated by me. It was not even initiated by me. It was my upline who told me, okay, Nasib, buy this property. And I bought it. I had no questions. I didn't check. I didn't see that property. How many of you can believe that? I didn't even go and see that property. I just bought it. Okay, that property was worth almost 2 crores Indian rupees. That is 20 million Indian rupees. Okay, now I didn't check. 20 million Indian rupees is quite some money. Do you understand that? It is quite some money. It is almost how much? 20 million? It's quite some money. It would be probably $150,000 or or $200,000. I don't know, something around that. So that is the kind of trust I have towards my mentor. And I said I bought a property for my parents. No, I didn't initiate that because I am against buying properties. In my mind, my logic doesn't allow me to, invest in properties. My personal thing, okay? So, but my mentor told me it is time for you to buy a property for your parents. I said, okay, if you think so, I should buy it. I bought the property. That's it. And today I feel those were the best decisions, no matter how much convinced I was. I was not convinced. But today, when I look at my parents and I see that They see it as the happy faces, the way they enjoy living over there, the way they enjoy spending time with the community. I am more than convinced that was one of the best decisions I have taken. So what am I trying to communicate with you? Becoming an AVP didn't stop me from counseling with my mentor. Do you understand? Do you understand how important is that? Now, I became an AVP because I consistently counseled with my upline. So, what is counseling with your upline means? Okay, number one, the most important thing, follow your uplines, your working uplines instruction. Now, when I say a working upline, I know some people who are so tricky. I'm sorry, I have to detail it because I don't want to leave any room for confusion. You can have multiple iconic uplines. You can have multiple grand uplines. You can have multiple numero, and all of that. But you can have only one working upline at a time. Okay, let me repeat that one more time. You can have multiple iconic uplines. You can have multiple grand uplines. You can have multiple different other iconic things you can have in your mind, but you can only have one working upline at a time. So some people are so smart. Do you know what? They actually, for one particular advice, they would approach one guy, and then for different other advices, they approach a different person. Okay, because they know whom to approach to get the kind of answers they want. Oh, totally wrong. You are not supposed to do that. You are only supposed to approach one person for everything related to this business. You are supposed to approach only one person. Okay, only one person. You are not supposed to approach two people to understand and learn about this business. That is only from one person that you learn. The one ship, one captain. One ship, one captain. Here you are the ship, and you have only one working upline. Do you understand that? Keep it very clear in your mind. You cannot have two working uplines. Oh, I am talking to my upline, but you are conveniently avoiding the fact that you are talking to two people. You are taking advices from two different people. You cannot do that. Okay, so as uplines, if you are an upline, you should also be careful when one of your downline comes and talks to you. You should check with that person. Hey, are you in discussion with someone else? You should actually be very clear. You should not be just, oh, he's my downline, so let me give an advice to him. But make sure, no problem in giving advice. But you have to check before whether he is already in communication with an upline. If that person is already in communication with another person, then go through that person. I would prefer you to talk to him through that person. Only if he prefers to communicate only with you, then it is up to you to choose him as your mentee. It's up to you. But don't just talk to everybody and give them promises if you are not able to keep the promises. So you know your limitations. At a time, one upline can talk to how many people? Maximum, like 10 people is what you can talk to at a time. Did you understand that? You cannot have more than 10 mentees at a time. So these 10 mentees, only give them quality time instead of giving not so quality time to 100 people. Do you understand that? Do you understand what I said right now? As an upline, make sure that you are giving quality time to 10 people. Okay, and you only communicate to these 10 people. That is good enough. And anybody else comes, you connect with one of these 10 people. Are you clear with that? But let me be very clear with this. Without a working upline, you cannot find success in this business. I am very clear with that. Whoever thinks I don't need a mentor to be successful, you are just daydreaming. I'm sorry to break your, daydream, but that's how it is. Okay, you will not be able to max out in this business if you don't have a working upline. So always make sure that you have a working upline. So counseling with your upline, how is it done? How frequently should I do that? Now, that depends on your level of success in this business. Now, if If you have been in this business and you know how to do a sign up, you know how to show the presentation, then you know how to do a training, then you don't have to check with your upline again and again on how to do the same thing. You already know, your upline have taught you, you are confident about this. Okay, now you are good enough to go out there and do this by yourself. But every time you do something new, every time you do something, mm, you know which you have not done before, I would always recommend you to talk to your upline. Do you get that? Do you understand that? Yeah. So now there is another thing. Okay, but still, Nasib, yeah, how often should I generally talk to my working upline? In my beginning, in my initial days of doing this business, I was communicating with my upline to the extent every single day my upline's wife had a complaint over me. She complained. She asked, "Did you marry to Nasib or did you marry me? I need to know this." That is the extent of communication me and my upline had. I'm serious with this. I'm serious. You think no, I'm making a joke out of, no, I'm not joking. That is the kind of communication I had with my upline to the extent his wife kind of didn't like me. Do you get that? But obviously we sorted it. That is why we are still here. But the point is, that is how much communication I had with my mentor. So we used to communicate. Every 10 minutes, I would call him. I would keep on calling him. And he would remind me, Nasib, we are working on this. I said, yes, I know. Okay, I'm working on this. I'm working on that. So we were excited. I was excited to call him back. I was always excited because I would finish all the work. He tells me, and I call him back immediately. My upline calls me and tells me, Nasib, okay, do this. I finish it fast. Then I call him back. I said, I'm done. I'm done with that. What next? That was the frequency of communication I had with my mentor. And as time went by, our communication, obviously, the frequency reduced. Okay, in a day, we would call like twice. Then eventually our calls reduced to one. Then my mentor eventually sent me. Now listen carefully, okay? My mentor once told me, Nasib, it is time you go to Mysore. Okay, I was building Bangalore, and Mysore is 3 hours drive from Mysore. Mysore. So I am building Bangalore, and Mysore is a new market. So my mentor asked me to travel to Mysore, which is 3 hours from Bangalore. So he told me, Nasib, why don't you go to Mysore? Then I said, but I can only do one-on-one presentations. He said, yeah, no problem. It's only one-on-one presentation happening there. So you go and do only one-on-one presentation, because I'm not confident to talk in front of a crowd of 10 or 15 or 20. And I reached Mysore, and my upline behind me was already talking to everyone in Mysore, and he said, Nasib is coming. Nasib is one of the biggest leaders. Now, I'm not a big leader. I am only making like maybe around $1,000 a week at that point of time. $1,000 is nothing, as you know, in this business. $1,000 is not even money. So I was hardly making $1,000 a week. Sometimes 1,000, sometimes 750, sometimes that kind of money. So he told, no, Nasib is a big leader. Now, please understand, I'm 22 years old, okay? I'm 22 years old. And he asked me to go to Mysore and show presentation there. So when I reached Mysore, everybody was so excited because of the edification given to me by my upline. Everybody is excited. So what did they do? They didn't wait for one-on-one presentation. Now, it is not only my downlines who are arranging presentations over there. It's everyone who is arranging presentation. So when I reached there, they have put a room filled with people. I mean, not filled with people. It's not a big presentation, but it still had 12 people attending the plan. It was a restaurant, and they have booked the top area of the restaurant. And all these people are sitting, the prospects are sitting around a round table, and 12 prospects are there. And and I was like, oh my God, what's happening? So these people who came to meet me, they are all excited. But there is a very important rule in our business. My upline has taught me from day one. What is that? Negativity up and positivity down. Do you know what that means? Do you know what that means? It means how much ever bad experience you are going through right now, you are not supposed to speak bad things or negative things to your downline. How much ever bad experience, oh, you probably are having a really, really, really bad day. You know, when I say really bad, I don't have to explain that. But when you're going through a really bad day, you know, you have a tendency to share it with anybody around you. And your downline is there, and you are saying, you know, I feel pathetic. You know, you are not supposed to say that. You are not supposed to say that. You can only say that to your upline, right? You can only tell bad things to your upline. But if you want to tell your downline something, talk positively, no matter what you go through. So when I am there, telling my people over there that I am afraid to show a presentation, is it a good thing or a bad thing? It's a bad thing. So I don't. So I don't want to do that. So I called my upline. I said, okay, I'm coming. And I called my upline. I said, Ranjay, do you know what? They have put 12 people in a room. I'm ready only for a one-on-one presentation. You know what? You know, I'm not confident. I can't do this. And my upline on the other side is like, come on, Nasib. How do you know you can't do that? What is the difference between talking to 12 people and one person? You are definitely talking the same content. How does it matter to you whether they are 12 or 1? So I am still trying to argue with him. I said, no, but I have not done it before. I don't have the confidence. I've never spoken in front of people. I know I can't. And so while I was talking like this, my downline came running down the stairs and he saw me talking, and he didn't listen to what I said, but he looked at my face. I don't have the beard at that point of time. You know, you see the whole face. You can't hide your emotions. So he came running to me and he said, oh, okay, Nasib, is there any problem? I said, no, everything is all right. Are you ready? He said, yeah, we are all ready. We are waiting for you. I said, yeah, give me 5 minutes. So, because I'm stuck between, devil and the sea. You understand what I'm saying? But that was my upline's way of making me do things. But I believed in him all the time. Every time he made me do something uncomfortable, I believed in him, because we both had a common goal. And I went over and did the presentation. And that was the first mass presentation I was doing. And do you know what? I was able to convince 6 out of 12, 50%. 50% of them signed up. You know, it was not because my presentation was great. It was probably because the people were also excited about me showing the presentation, the edification which they had already on me because of what my mentor has done. It all contributed to 6 of them immediately signing up. And that gave me a lot of confidence. And after that, my upline sent me to Mumbai. When my upline sent me to Mumbai, and he said, okay, take a flight to Mumbai. And being a young, inexperienced person, I thought if you have to get into a flight, you need to have a passport. I said, I don't have a passport with me. He said, you don't need a passport. You're traveling inside India. Why would you need a passport? I said, oh, I thought so. Anyway, when I reached Mumbai, the crowd was 100 people. The mass presentation was 100 people. But because I've already experienced 12 people, even though I was tensed, it was okay. I managed it. And they got a lot of sign up. And the people started calling back to my upline and said, okay, send Nasib next time also. That gave me a lot of confidence. Do you understand? So you cannot remain in your comfort zone and grow. And your constant communication with your mentor and your upline will progressively build your confidence. That's what happened with me. So I regularly communicated with him. So when I started traveling to Mumbai, when I started traveling to new markets inside India, my communication with the upline, obviously, because I'm not in the same place as him, he is also busy with his own stuff. So our communication reduced to once in a day. And eventually, when I started building different markets like UAE, Dubai, our communication reduced further, because after 3 months of being with me in UAE, do you know what my upline did? He left me in Dubai and he went back. After 3 months in Dubai, he left me and he went back. So my communication with my upline reduced to once in a week. Once in a week. But that's okay. We still maintained once in a week. So after becoming a week council member, my communication with my upline reduced to once in 2 weeks. By that time, we were only myself. I didn't have my time. My mentor, my upline was also a V partner, so she also didn't have time. Do you understand that? So we would communicate once in 2 weeks. We would discuss the most important things, but our communication always remained intact. Always remained intact. Do you understand that? Very important. So your communication with your upline is the most important thing. Now, you don't have to communicate with a very successful person to start with. You communicate with somebody who referred you also, but you need to have a working upline who has a common goal with you. And that communication in your initial days should be as frequent as you can. You discuss everything and anything and everything with your mentor. You always discuss your dreams with them, how you are planning to achieve it, how much progress you have made, what else should you do. All of these things regularly keep in communication with your mentor and your upline, because that's the most important thing for you to be successful in this business. Okay. Now remember what I also told you. You should never be discussing negative things with your downlines. You're not supposed to. When they come up with a concern and you don't know the answer for that, okay, I have seen a bad behavior from some people in different markets out there. I have seen this bad behavior. They don't know how to control it. When they come and say some concern, now you have the same concern, but yet you're not supposed to talk to them. Yeah, I also think so. You're not supposed to talk like that. You are supposed to tell them, no, everything is good enough. I will check on this, but let me assure you, the company is making effort to make it work. Okay. Now I'm little bit in between something, but I'll get back to you on this in the next 30 minutes. In the next 30 minutes, you call your mentor, you call your upline and ask them this question. Hey, why is it like that? Get a proper explanation from your upline, then go back to your downline and explain it to that person. But that is exactly how you're supposed to do that. Negativity up, positivity down. That is the very, very important thing. Do you understand? Sometimes your downlines will be frustrated. It can be because of rejections. It can be because of online negativity they are encountering. It can be because of something or the other challenges they are facing in managing their people. But when they come to you, you have to listen. As an upline, you have to listen to them empathetically, with empathy. And empathy doesn't mean you show sympathy. Sympathy and empathy are totally different things. Okay, you are not showing sympathy, you are showing empathy to them. Empathy, you listen to them. You make them understand and feel that you understand them. That is the empathy I'm talking about. You make them understand that you understand their problem. Okay, now you don't have to give them a solution. Tell them it's okay, relax, come, let's go for a tea. Let's go for a coffee. Okay, let's have something to eat. You are so tensed. Come, relax. Let's relax. Let's go for a massage. Let's go for a pedicure. Let's go for a manicure. Do you understand that? You relax. You when they are tense, that's not the time to talk to them about it. Relax, go have some food, have some fun, have some tea, have some coffee. Okay, relax with them. Okay, and when they are in their senses, you talk to them. Please understand, we are into the business where we deal with people. People have different emotions, right? And it is very common and natural for people to come and put all their emotions onto you. You don't have to be a garbage box. Do you understand that? When people are putting their emotions, okay, don't open your garbage box. You can listen, but you don't have to put everything inside you. Do you understand the difference between putting all their problems into your mind? You can't solve all the problems. Please understand. If Do you believe in God? All of you believe in God? All of you believe in God? Okay, I know there are
Yes,
some
sir.
people who don't believe in God, but that's okay. That's okay. I don't judge you on that. But the point is, if you believe in God, tell me one thing. God is a good, God is good. Is God good? He is very powerful. He is very powerful. He can
Yes, sir.
solve all the problems. Can
Good.
he solve
Yes.
all the problems?
Yes, you can.
Okay. Do we still have problems in this world?
Yes, we still do.
Okay, then
Yes.
relax. Then I want you to relax. Say, God is good and there are still problems in this world. Do you understand that? Right?
Yes.
The world is not a perfect place. Do you understand that? And you're expecting everything to be perfect under you. Oh, Nasib, do you know what? The product didn't get delivered on time. Do you know what this happened? Do you know what that happened? Do you know people are saying this? They're on. Relax. You believe in God, and the world is not perfect. Okay, there are problems which the God has not solved yet. The problems are there for a reason. The problems are there for a reason. So that is why I always go back to what our founder always says. What does our founder say? The master plan has no flaws, whether you like it or not. The master plan, he doesn't have any flaws in that. Okay, it is exact. No, even a blade of grass will not move without his will. Do you understand that? Even a blade of grass will not move without his will. Correct or not? then,
All right.
then what are you frustrated about? Why are you so worried about not able to solve all the problems? No, okay. I myself asked as an AVP, there are still problems I cannot solve inside QNet. Do you understand that? I still cannot solve a lot of problems because I understand that. I look at the mirror and I realize that I am human. I am human. So you are human too. Don't get emotionally carried away. When somebody comes and tells you a problem, accept it. Okay. And some problems cannot be solved immediately. It takes time. So relax. Okay. Relax. All right. Do you understand that? So you have to listen to your downlines. That is for sure. You cannot run away from your downlines now. You have to listen to them. But do you have to solve it? Do you have to solve it? Not necessarily. Not necessarily. Now, do you have to put effort on it? Yes, 100%. 100%. But can you guarantee that you can solve it? Can you
No.
guarantee?
Oh
No.
God.
But put effort to solve it. Does it make sense to you?
Very
That's what
well.
I will do. I will put effort to solve it. I'll do my best when one of my mentees come to me and tell me, oh Nasib, I want this sorted. I will put my 100% effort to solve it. I will not take it lightly. Okay. So I want you to also understand that you are not God, you are human. You are human. So if God himself has not solved all the problems going around in this world, that's okay. Relax. So, no, what are the lessons you learned today? What are the lessons you learned? Counsel with your upline very frequently, very, very frequently. Okay, you have a working upline, regularly sit down and communicate and communicate and communicate. Okay, discuss your plans, discuss what you're planning to do today, discuss what you're planning to do tomorrow, discuss what you're planning to do this week, discuss how you're planning to achieve your dreams. When you have a challenge, come back to your upline, ask him, don't assume. Okay, I already asked him last week and he gave me this answer. No. Depending on when you ask the answer, you get different answers. Do you understand that? Okay. Don't give up on asking your upline. Sometimes you ask a question, you get one particular answer, you ask another time, you might get a different answer. So to the same person, right? So you keep asking, don't give up. So communicate with your upline, because I grew only because I followed one wonderful rule. What is that? Follow your upline blindly. You're 100% supposed to follow your upline. And whoever doesn't have a mentor will not max out. I'm sorry to say this. If you don't have a working upline and a mentor who is guiding you, you will not max out. Okay, so understand this. This is the golden rule of direct selling. This is the golden rule of our business, network marketing, direct selling, whatever you call it. You need to understand that we have a golden rule here. Without following your upline, you cannot be successful. So now, after telling you all this, another very important thing is called a VSell meeting. What is a VSell meeting? VSell meeting, let me type it for all of you to understand it properly. It is VSell meeting. Okay, VSell. Did you see that? VSell. VSL meeting. What is a VSL meeting? A VSL meeting is a meeting where you sit down with your working upline with a detailed plan. It is not a discussion on phone. It is somewhere you sit down, you draw your network, okay, and you sit down and strategize with your upline. Once in a week, minimum, you have to do this. You have to sit down with your upline and strategize. Okay, now this is happening. This person has these many checks. This person has these many team members out there. And what is our strategy for next week? What is our strategy for this week? So you plan it. How am I going to plan for the week on in September? This kind of discussion should happen with your working upline minimum once in a week. That discussion is called a VSL meeting. And if you are wondering, okay, Nasib, I am a working upline, but I don't know what to discuss with my downline. Okay, you have an alpha planner with you? Do you have an alpha planner? Okay,
Yes.
okay. So if you take the alpha planner, okay, I can get an alpha planner and show you. If you have an alpha planner with you, you just flip it over to the VSL page. Okay, the page of VSL. And there we have very clearly mentioned the subjects you can discuss with your downlines. Okay, have you seen that? Let me show you. This is the Alpha Planner. I hope all of you have this Alpha Planner with you. And in Alpha Planner, we have something called the VSL Tracker. So the VSL Tracker is very clearly each of this VSL Tracker has a subject. What is that? Did I finish the dream list? So the person who is discussing with their upline should be asking this question: did I finish my dream list? If not, that is the first thing to do. So immediately sit down and write it down there, because most of the people will not prepare a dream list even after doing their invitations. So in the first VSL meeting, you discuss that. Second VSL meeting, follow up on the previous VSL. That is what we start with all the time. Okay. Every time you start with the follow-up of the previous VSL meeting. Then the next thing, do I commit to QNet every day? Am I spending at least 1 hour to QNet every day? Or am I spending at least 20 minutes to QNet every day in order to do this? You don't have to spend a lot of time. If you are disciplined enough to spend 20 minutes on QNet, that will still be a good thing for you. That is called commitment. Okay, so did I commit? Do I commit to do QNet every day? So you have what to discuss is very clearly written in the VSL tracker, and whoever follows this alpha planner properly, I am telling you, you are gonna be definitely successful, because this is what will help you organize yourself. Whoever does this business in an organized manner, so nothing can stop you from maxing out. So the alpha planner should be followed 100%, and the VSL tracker in the alpha planner, if it is properly filled up, that means you are in the right path. That is how you know that your counseling with your upline is happening properly. Are you clear with that? So guys, I want you to know this one more time. Counseling or strategizing with your upline is one of the most underrated 8 basic building plans. 8 basic building blocks. Building block. People are not taking it seriously, but let me be very clear with this. This is one of the most integral part of your success. So please make sure that if you are not practicing this, immediately do that. Find your working upline. That is something I want all of you to do immediately after this call. Ask yourself, who is that one person I'm consistently in communication with to find everything about my business? Who is that one person? You cannot have 2 people on that. You can only have one. Who is that one person? You are consistently in communication. If you're communicating with 2 people, no, you can communicate with 2 people, but you cannot ask them for advices. Now, like communication in the sense, okay, now one person is helping you with doing presentation. One person is helping you do the trainings. Doesn't mean he is your working upline or she is your working upline. Okay, that doesn't mean he or she is your working upline. The working upline is a person to whom you always turn to ask advices, to learn something, that is your anchor. You understand? That is a person who is guiding you through the whole process. That is always one person. Okay, you figure out who is your working upline and get connected to that person. Will you do that? All of you? It's a very important building block, guys. I don't want you to sleep on this particular building block. Please take it seriously. And when you start taking this particular building block seriously, you see magic happening for you. Trust me on this. You see magic happening for you. Okay. Now, everything you need to know has to be consulted with your upline. And that includes everything. It is not just about, asking your upline for where to place my new downline. Not only about that. That is definitely something you have to check with your upline. But that is not the only thing you check. Okay, you ask everything. I told you, even when I do make an investment, I check with my upline. When I travel to a new country, I will not travel to a new country without checking with my upline. My vacations with my wife, let me be very clear. My vacations with my wife, I will always plan it with my upline. My younger brother is getting married. I'm inviting all of you. My younger brother is getting married on September 28th. Okay, and before fixing the date, do you know what I did? I checked with my upline. Do you understand that? I checked with my upline. I checked with my upline. Upline, is it okay? Is it okay to fix it on this particular date? What do you think? Does it conflict with any of our other plans? And he was like, okay, no problem, Nasib, proceed. That is how it was fixed. I want you to know that I check with my upline on everything because I know he is one person who shares a common goal with me. Correct? So that's about it. I hope you have learned something new and you will start practicing it. So remember, building block number 7, counseling and strategizing with your upline. Love you guys. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank you.
AVP. Thank you, AVP.
ആണ് ഇന്ന്